There are some charities that nobody ever wants to call on, even if they do wonderful work. One of those is an organisation of professional photographers who take pictures of stillborn babies, so their parents will have a record of the brief moments they shared. You might need a tissue or two for this report by Martin Cudahy.
The weak winter sunshine in Melbourne offers a rare chance to head outdoors, and the Pollock family is making the most of this opportunity.
Do one more.
The happiness is genuine, but there's someone missing. On an autumn day just over 3 years ago, Krista Lee Pollock was pregnant with her third child and was expecting to head off to hospital at any moment. But something wasn't quite right. She couldn't feel her baby moving, so she and her husband Brendan rushed to the emergency room.
A doctor came in and did the ultrasound. I guess as soon as we saw the picture of the baby, we knew. Because she wasn't moving at all.
And we were actually in the very end room, there's 15, 20 rooms long, so we had to walk past every room as we went along that hallway, and as we walked past each room you could hear the joy in people and families with their newborn babies. And I knew we were going down the corridor to be told that she'd passed away. And that was really difficult.
Lola Pollock was stillborn 2 days later.
She was born in 2 hours, and then we spent the next 24 hours with her. As devastating and awful as it was also joyous, because this was the only time that our family had to meet Lola, so it was very bittersweet. Yeah.
The family agreed to have portraits taken by a volunteer photographer from the charity Heartfelt.
Gavin arrived, the photographer. I was gone for hours, I think, about a couple of hours, and Gavin was there for the entire time. He was there probably, I think, half an hour after Lola was born, and stayed for hours while I was not there. And he captured all the things that I missed while I was gone, which I'm forever grateful for.
Gavin is Gavin Blue, the president of Heartfelt. The charity offers a free service that no one hopes to use. Professional photographers volunteer to take the photos, some of them having experienced similar situations themselves.
It's a gift to give them some memory, because usually it's the last thing people think of in a time like that. And when this sort of stuff happens, having a photo that you can share really helps the grieving for a family.
Those are the only memories we have, apart from the ones in our head. The only visual memories we have are of those images.
As well as stillborn babies, Heartfelt offers its services to terminally ill children and premature babies. In the last year alone, the number of photo sessions has more than doubled.
It's a real trust thing. Like, it takes a while for hospitals and services to trust us, because it's such a volatile and emotional situation. And there's a whole range of hospitals around the country now. We're just embedded as part of the service.
There's been huge changes in terms of how we address or what is done around the death of a baby now. Now, every type of memorial we can think of, we want to encourage.
Clinical psychologist Dr. Penny Brabin is an expert in grief, particularly the grief experienced by families with stillborn babies. She believes grief is a process, and taking photos can help families cope in the months ahead.
When a baby particularly is stillborn or dies very soon after birth, there is so little time to gather memories and create a sense of what happened. And it is so important, because we can't go back and get them later.
Born in Adelaide in April, Zach Kramer looks like a healthy 11-week-old baby. But it didn't start out that way. Zach Kramer was born with a condition called transposition of the greater arteries, At 10 days old, he had 7 hours of open heart surgery. Although the risk of him not surviving was small, his parents called heartfelt.
I'm very much a visual person, and I like to record everything, and so just by having these photos, it was just a reminder of the journey that he'd been through.
Dr. Penny Brabin has done studies that show, for parents, keeping memories is the right thing to do.
One of the questions I asked parents, which is about 6 years later, how do you feel now about having seen your baby, had beautiful photos, held your baby and done all those memories? That the ones that did all those things, that saw their babies, that have beautiful memories, are so pleased now that they have them.
It was such a blur that time, so I don't think I would remember without the photos what she looked like.
Hope you're not like me, you couldn't watch a frame of that story. Martin Cudahy reporting, and that's the program for now. Good night.